Hi guys, it's Mimberly and we're welcome back to the channel. After Lost Oasis, I genuinely had to leave and stop recording for an hour because I screamed so loud, my voice broke. I couldn't talk for an hour. So I've got another cup of tea, which is probably nearly cold by now because of how I've been downing it. But we're on to Omnipotent Perception now. We haven't been showing as much love for Rafayel recently, so I apologize to the Rafayel girlies. We're gonna do him today. Not in that way, you pervs. Okay. A summer heatwave surges into the depths of the shade provided by the green trees. It's not even noon, and the street cafes are packed with tourists. Afternoon sunlight pours in through the cool glass windows, causing specks of light on the smiles of two ceramic angels.
I have everything you can think of. Dinnerware made centuries ago, glass ornaments, even manuscripts from well-known artists. Or maybe you want to see something else, miss?
Don't mind me, I was just passing by and thought I'd look around. I just sent on this sneak peek to my mate Cheese, and he literally goes, but your reaction's too fucking good. Oh god. Among the rows of cabinets and display cases, there's no one else in this small, quaint antique shop.
Then do you just want that book in your hand?
Yes, I do want to buy it. I nod absent-mindedly and glance at the book I have grabbed to cover my face. One Numerian on a stormy night.
It's a rare book. In all my years, I've only ever seen the copy in your hand.
Mister, did you happen to see a young person around my age stop by the store?
A young person? You're the only customer I've had since I opened the shop this morning.
I see. Thank you so much. And could you please wrap this book for me?
No problem. Though, have you paid attention to the weather? It might rain today. Don't stay outside for too long.
Oh, fun. We deal with rain all the time in the UK. We're used to it. This pimple on my forehead really pissing me off as well. After saying goodbye to the owner of the antique shop, I push open the door and look up at the clear blue sky. I'm somewhat confused. Rain? The weather forecast said it was going to be sunny all day today. Aw. The whole bell tolls in the distance for the first time in the afternoon, resounding through the air. Rafayel stands at the corner of the spiral staircase, watching as the girl disappears under the blazing summer sun behind the glass door.
She seems like a good kid.
Yeah.
And she's the kind of good kid you like too.
I already checked the luggage upstairs for you. Everything should be good to go.
I see you're trying to change the subject.
Yeah.
She doesn't understand me. She thinks she does, but...
I'm sorry, my voice is still a bit gone from last time. As the sit-adders frenzy chirps reach a crescendo in the afternoon, his voice fades.
I told you before that you didn't need to see me. Everything's almost packed up. I can move out tonight. But I didn't sell the house you lived in back then. I'm keeping it for you.
Huh.
Rest assured, you don't have to worry about anything here.
I just stopped by to see you. Don't get ahead of yourself.
I'll be more careful about not revealing my whereabouts. Maybe there'll be a day when I move into your neighborhood.
You can do that right now. Talia and I will take care of you.
Haven't we spent enough time together? I'd rather enjoy some time alone.
Knowing what he means, Raphael purses his lips and doesn't say anything.
Never mind. Is there anything else that needs to be packed?
Did Raphael place the book there on purpose? This summer, Raphael and I went to a country located on a peninsula which is renowned for its art, literature, and arts. After he completed his work for an art exhibition in its capital city, we travelled south along the border for sightseeing. The final stop of our trip is a small city that encompasses the essence of the arts and literatures, but... Oh. My arm's getting tired from holding the phone. We agreed to just get ice cream. What's taking him so long? He's not even responding to my texts. And I saw Raphael walk into that antique shop. How did he vanish in the blink of an eye? Raphael has yet to respond, so I decide to sit down on the bench and flip through the book I bought on a whim. As soon as I open it, a dusty scent hits me. Each line exudes the fragrance of ancient ink. Lemuria is the birthplace of human civilization. It's often referred to as It's said that in the thousands of years before Lemurians vanished, they faced not one but a series of disasters.
Mo in Lemurian means motherland.
Oh. Suddenly, a hand holding an ice cream cone appears from behind me. The index finger traces the word I just read. Is this why you named your art studio Mo Art Studio?
Bingo.
Raphael walks to the front of the bench, sits down next to me, and hands me another ice cream cone. Oh.
Sorry for the wait. This dessert place had a lot, and I mean a lot of ice cream flavors. I just chose my favorite for you. Try it.
It makes it seem so natural that all my doubts disappear.
Have you thought of our next destination?
The guy said that there are many must-visit places, yet we are only staying here for one more day. Raphael glances at the travel guide I have on my phone.
The art museum closest to us right now has the world's famous Birth in the Oceans. Let's go there first. After the museum tour, we can head straight to the famous square by walking down this path for a bit. If you get tired of walking, we can visit a nearby bike rental to get a tandem bicycle. The theater is definitely worth visiting, but we didn't make a reservation in advance. We'll have to try our luck. Why are you looking at me like that?
I know you did your research ahead of time, but doesn't it seem like you're a little too familiar with this place?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I just happened to live here before.
Huh? As he speaks, he bit into his melting ice cream cone, his nonchalant tone treating this as a trivial matter.
Since it's the last day of our trip, you should let me do the planning, you know?
Oh, God. I tell you what, one thing I love about doing YouTube is I'm doing what I enjoy. But, oh my God, is it painful to hold your phone for hours on it? Oh my God, wait, hold on. I'm gonna go get a coffee. Uno momento. Okay, guys, I'm back with coffee. With you. Raphael is being very sus, though. In this small city where tourist attractions are scattered like stars in the sky and roads wind like a maze, cycling would be the most convenient way of getting around. Inside the bike rental, Raphael fusses over the selection of bikes for a while before pushing forward a tandem bicycle.
I figured us riding together on the streets would undoubtedly put the spotlight on us.
Let's not. We each got our own ride.
It's been a while since I rode a bike. Can't we start with something simple and ease our way into doing more difficult things?
Cheeky. Didn't you say something weird? Sea turtles climb trees, jellyfish are walking? Oh yeah, I remember that. With your previous experience, riding a bike won't be difficult. You have to believe in yourself. Odd. We ride our bikes out into the picturesque old bridge, admiring the ancient buildings on both sides of the street. Stepping on the pedals, Raphael is out of breath. It takes a while for him to catch up. Looks like you're holding up well, huh?
I still think that having your feet on the ground is safer. Just saying. Or we should at least ride a tandem bike together.
Oh. Upon arriving at our destination, we park the bikes beside a street cafe and slowly start walking around the square. God, he's gonna be dramatic again, isn't he? When you said you lived here before, what kind of life was it?
Take this path we're walking, for example. I've walked down it for 3 years.
Isn't it lonely to live in a foreign country all by yourself?
There was someone else with me at the time. An old butler.
Where is he now? Did he part ways with you?
Yeah.
Oh, you never talked about these things. Wait, is that old butler the guy from the shop? I start to feel a little anxious, but I don't know why. Sulking, I turn around and kick a pebble. It's not just that, you never really mentioned anything about your past, right?
Follow me.
Oh, God. When that voice comes up, we know something either A, traumatic or something suspicious is about to come up. Following Rafayel as he makes another turn, the street widens. An archway with statues on both sides appears at the end. Many young people carrying their painting supplies set up easels on the spot. They're focused on painting the street scenery.
The life I spoke of is a lot like theirs. It's not as special as you imagine it to be. It was always finishing my coursework on time, visiting my favorite art exhibitions when I was free, and going to a random theater every night.
Are you saying you went to school here? He nods. As he lifts his head, I see the building worn down by time itself in front of us. I start to think. Rafayel has been honest with me about his experiences traveling and studying around the world, especially in a place that is widely renowned for its art, so it shouldn't be surprising.
Stop looking at me like that. You know, I learned a lot in your human world.
Oh yeah? Like what?
As a matter of fact, I was the youngest student for that academic year.
During our conversation, a few students wearing flower crowns pass by, laughing and chatting as they enter a humble-looking building. Why are they wearing flower crowns?
Only students who are about to graduate wear those.
Did you wear one?
It's a distant memory from a very long time ago.
Are any of your teachers or friends here? Maybe we can visit them. Surprisingly, Rafayel shakes his head.
We can't.
Have you not talked to them in a long time?
I'm not really into making friends at every stage of my life. Like, back then, I preferred to be alone and indulge in my own thoughts.
He casually talks about his past as he leads me through the hallway lined with statues. We end up in a small garden hidden underneath the shade of trees.
Here, summer is long, hot, but not stifling. The air is tinged with the scent of ripe fruit. I'd be willing to spend a whole afternoon in this place just to remember the name of a flower or a bird.
Are you happy?
Do I look unhappy to you?
There's nostalgia in your words, but it's different from when you're actually happy. Reminiscing on old memories, huh? After leaving the Arts Academy, we continue our bike ride and go along our planned route. The road dips into a downward slope. The dry yet slightly cool summer night breeze caresses us. My thoughts drift, imagining those pasts he mentioned. What I'm trying to picture in my mind is like a fishtail slipping through my fingers. Illusions that blur the line between reality and fantasy are left behind. Where did Rafayel go? Why hasn't he caught up yet? Becoming somewhat bored of waiting, I pull over to the side of the road, lean back against the rail guard, and take out the book I bought from my bag. As we spent time together, I slowly realized something. Although Lemurians and humans look similar, their habits are vastly different. They adapted to the water pressure of the deep sea. They're used to the temperatures down there, and they don't like hot places in particular. Of course, in the eyes of a human, they're very picky about what they eat, wear, and use. Oh god. I see a panicked figure who's on a bicycle that's moving really fast. Rafayel! But before I could say anything, there was a calamity of clinks and clangs. The bike couldn't be stopped in time, and he tumbled into the bushes the moment we locked eyes. Brushing the grass, clinging to his clothes, he rubs his ankle and slowly gets up. Dazed, he looks around. For some reason, he looks somewhat lonely. He seems unhappy all of a sudden. Oh god, is he alright? Seeing me approach, Rafayel abruptly sits down on the ground, pretending to have taken a painful fall. I saw nothing. Any guilt I was feeling vanishes instantly. I take a deep breath and hold out my hand toward him. I'm sorry, I should have let you ride with me. Rafayel sits up and looks at me. He places his hand in mine.
Yeah, you should have.
Bitch. It's nighttime. The bright old city on the opposite bank is reflected in the murky river. Rafayel and I lie down on the grass next to the square, gazing up at the night sky that's slowly lit up by stars. And below that night sky is the tranquil cityscape. Let me guess, lying down on the grass and enjoying the scenery was also one of your special pastimes.
Yeah, the first time I sat here, watching people come and go, I was jealous of them.
Why? Is it because they were happier than you back then?
The sights and sounds, and the food too, are worth taking the time to appreciate. But those people didn't even spare a second glance. The apple blossoms, lemongrass, butterflies fluttering over hilltops, and lemon yellow robin beaks. There are countless ceiling frescoes and works of art everywhere, and the small theaters have performed plays for hundreds of years. Yet because people have grown used to them always being there, they're taken for granted.
True. And then?
Eventually, I made myself forget about that unhappiness you mentioned. I embraced your human lifestyle.
Raphael, you're such an idiot.
Then what does that make you?
A bigger idiot. I'm trying to say that maybe it's better if you don't trust me too much. After all, one of the survivors of your kind who was deceived by humans dissipated into sea form.
I'm not that naive. These experiences and feelings, maybe I made them up to deceive you?
No. Look into my eyes.
Why?
He absent-mindedly rests his head on his arm and turns towards me. You're a merman. Did it hurt when you first learned how to walk on land? Do you feel lonely in this world that is completely and totally different from yours? It's a yes. Why aren't you saying anything? You've been poisoned by a witch and she took away your voice? Sniffling a laugh, I'm about to poke his cheek when thunder suddenly roars. Oh, bloody hell. Raindrops fall from dark clouds that have blanketed the sky. It's actually raining.
It's raining. Let's head inside.
It doesn't usually rain cats and dogs around this time. It's getting worse.
Tourists try their best to shield themselves from the rain and rush into shops lining the streets. Before I could react, Raphael pulls me into his arms. His breath reaches me. The jacket over our heads tries to fend off the rain, but it's useless. Staring at the flickering lights in the rainy night, I suddenly have the urge to take his hand and run away. Aww. Hurrying back to our hotel, the pouring rain outside seemingly isolates us from the rest of the world. Oh god, I've got to fake a sneeze now. It's so cold. Oh, they got soaked from the rain, huh? Raphael leads me into the bathroom. He draws a bath and the warm water releases comforting steam. Is it hard to think of an answer to my question?
I'm wondering if writing something like How to Care for a Lemurian would be easier, or would it be quicker to tell you 1,001 Lemurian stories?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Don't you know the consequences of the second option? If the ruler hears the same story again, the storyteller will be... Afraid he wouldn't tell me anything, I pretend to be serious and make a cutthroat gesture.
Guess who's the one that falls into a trap without realizing it?
Oh, shut up. He places his slender fingers on my shoulder and touches the damp jacket.
You can be my caretaker, and I can tell you 1,001 stories. I'm okay with every choice you provide.
When his hand touches the strap inside the coat, he freezes, coughs, and then quickly pulls back his hand.
But you should take a hot bath first, or else you'll catch a cold.
Seeing him about to walk away, I somehow manage to muster up my courage. You can't leave, you still haven't answered my question. Raphael's body stiffens. Before his hand can free itself from my grip, he stumbles and falls backward into the bathtub. Oh. Well, this has just gone from 1 to 100 real quick. A quietness settles into the bathroom. The only sound that can be heard is the heavy rain outside.
Do you want me to stay?
Yes. Oh, here comes the music. Oh, God. He's disabled, damp strands of hair clinging to his neck. Meanwhile, his soaked jacket is behind him, floating on the surface of the water. Soaked, he looks at me, the emotion in his eyes inscrutable. You can spare me the details, but there's something important you should tell me. How do you Lemurians express your love?
Do you really want to know?
Yes. In the dimly lit, steam-filled space, he abruptly grabs my wrist. Rafayel, you... What?
When Lemurians fall in love with someone, All our senses are committed to perceive them without question.
Huh? Your senses? Like this? Oh my god.
Your way of triggering my senses has only touched the surface.
Am I now falling for Rafayel too? Oh god. Oh! Why are all the men in this game so hot? I don't understand.
Are all humans idiots?
Yes. Oh! Oh my god, he's jacked as well?
Someone's intentions are as clear as day.
Oh my god, your eyes are so pretty. You don't like it?
If I said I didn't, would you stop?
Yes, because you know I'm all about for respecting our good old boundaries. Raphael, your body is so cold. Oh god. What's he done? Oh! Oh my god.
Warm. I like that.
This is awakening something in me, people. I'm not sure how I feel about this. You seem different.
Will you still like me? No matter who I become.
Oh! Yes, you idiot!
You.
Me! Points to people who understand that reference from Nimona. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is really hot. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Oh my good lord. I need to tell you this. When humans fall in love with someone, we try to leave a unique mark on them. Wait, did we just give him a hickey?
If you say so. Join me then. Let's drown in the ocean together.
Oh my god. That awoke something in me and I am not sure how I feel about it. That literally reminds me of my wedding night. Because my mum and dad paid for me and Kate to have like this really nice hotel room in Wales. And it had like one of those walk-in showers. So I was sat there in the tub and Kate was having a shower. Probably one of the best nights we've ever had because we were just so relaxed. We really need to go back there at some point. I tell you what, if I ever go back to that hotel again, I'll let you guys know which hotel it is and I'll maybe make like a small video about it or something because the room was just absolutely bloody gorgeous. In the depths of the night, the rain eases up. The bedside lamp casts a warm glow. I lean against the headboard, attempting to finish the book about the Myrians before the rain stops.
So, what's in that book?
Acting normal after we basically just made out in the fucking bath. It's a fantasy story inspired by Lemuria. On a stormy night, a traveler meets a Lemurian. Enchanted by his singing voice, the traveler follows him to the seabed. The plot itself isn't really creative. What draws the reader in are the questionable rumors about Lemuria.
Like...
Oh god. There's this miraculous conch of wonders at the bottom of the sea that can store sound, and they even hold a unique underwater ceremony. Raphael starts laughing as he listens, his shoulders shaking. What?
It's nothing. I'm wondering, if I actually told you stories about Lemuria, 1001 Nights wouldn't be enough for that.
Oh, fucking A. If on a stormy night you do encounter a Lemurian in the ocean, could his singing voice truly enchant you and drag you down to the seabed? The book on my lap is suddenly pulled away. Seizing this chance, he leans in and takes my hand. There's mirth in his eyes.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yes.
Then tonight, allow me to share with you the first story.
Aww, he's gonna read us a bedtime story. I want to close my eyes, but he lowers his neck and kisses the palm of my hand. His moist lips then brush against my fingers, soft like a whispered promise.
Our story begins with the very first sea god, long, long ago.
I slept well that night. In my dream, I was a traveler in a story. I heard an infernal song on a stormy night. I leaned out from the boat and gazed into the dark waters below. If on a stormy night I encounter the Mirian, before I even hear his song, I'll grab his wet, lonely hand. I'll embrace him, immerse myself in his warmth, and ignore all the other melodies in this world. Oh my god. This is making me really like Rafayel now, for fuck's sake. The next day, as we're getting ready to leave, Rafayel and I pass the antique shop again. Weird. I just bought a book here yesterday. Now it's just a building with no one and nothing inside. Through the glass door, an empty display case casts its shadow as deep as a dark forest.
Everything's packed up. We should get going.
Everyone always seems so relaxed here. What do they even do?
Maybe they don't do anything.
God.
They're just waiting for summer to end.
Oh, shit. The puddles on the street reflect our faces along the world beside us, seemingly unchanged by the coming and going of centuries. Yet it's as if everything will evaporate under the scorching summer heat. Speaking of which, I could have sworn I saw you walk into the shop that day. Was I seeing things? Raphael turns and heads into the shade of the lush summer trees, pushing his bicycle along.
You were imagining things.
Alright. Aww. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Outside of it being spicy, I like that we're like kind of getting to know them a bit more outside. Oh my god, I genuinely don't know how to feel about that. Like, out of all four characters, I've always kind of said my order was Silas, Zane, Raphael, then Xavier. But I'm finding as I'm playing through more of these memories, it's getting harder and harder to kind of stick to that list. And I'm getting to the point where I genuinely am really struggling to pick a favourite. Like, Silas has kept his king position, you know, he is still on the top. But I think it's because there's not as much content for Silas yet. But I'm really curious about all of the boys' pasts. Like, I may not have done much for Xavier yet, but I've still got that intrigue with him. Zane is just bloody trauma-century, so the Zane girlies are probably traumatized. Raphael, it's kind of a mixture. Like, he acts all playful, but he's actually really lonely and probably got very bad depression and stuff like that. Because imagine being the only person of your kind in a world of humans. It's very isolating, and I'm kind of starting to see behind the playful nature. Silas, he's very like a workaholic man, you know, with being the M109 zone leader and everything like that. But he has a very big soft spot for the MC. And you can tell because, I don't know if you've noticed, but in some of the memories that we play out with Silas, you can see his eyes actively soften at certain times of the game, which is such a good attention to detail. And with, obviously, this recent memory that we had, genuinely, that was one of my favorites just because we really got to see the softer side of Silas. Don't get me wrong, I love it when he makes me ovulate and makes me go feral because, you know, that's always a thing with me. But I'm genuinely, I'm curious to see where these boys' stories are going to develop, and playing through all of these memories has actually genuinely really got me much more invested into the game. I've not even fully caught up with the story yet at the time of recording this, but I'm really enjoying it. Genuinely, I'm really enjoying this experience, and the amount of love and support that you guys are giving on the videos is just making that so much better. I've already begun working on the Silas compilation, which I will release when we hit 1,000 subs to celebrate full monetization. Mostly because I'm going to need a fuck ton of time to go through all the videos, because it's basically just going to be a compilation of every time Silas comes on screen. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I need to say for the time being, at least, until we play the next one. So, according to the schedule, as long as Mim's uploaded everything on time, which I should do, tomorrow you guys are going to be getting another 2 Rafayel content. You're going to be getting one of his anecdotes read-throughs, and then we're also getting a Tender Moment Afternoon Arc Light. So I'm hoping you guys are looking forward to that as much as I am to releasing it for you. And yeah, you loving Deepspace Pookies are feasting this week. And that's my way of giving back to you guys for all the amount of support you've given me. And just a friendly reminder that if you are in the bronze tier of the membership program, which is £4.99 a month, you will get early access to these videos as soon as they become available. So as soon as they are ready to upload, they will become available on early access. I don't know what the schedule is looking like for next week yet. I've not at the moment sorted it, but I will release that as soon as I do know. So keep an eye out for that. But I do know that Honkai Star Rail will be in there, along with Honkai Impact Third, as well as more Love and Deep Space content. So keep an eye out for that. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Take care, guys. Bye.